Hi and good morning, it's Patsy. Today is the 1st of November, and any of you that is in the Hermit's Cave group, someone's come up with the idea of No Decks November. Some people are taking part, some people are not. I'm undecided. Like this morning I get up, having a cup of tea. Oh, why don't I go on and see if I can get the bonfire tarot, because that's something that I've seen and I thought I'd quite like. So there I am looking for bonfire tarot this morning at 7 o'clock. So I stopped myself and thought, hang on, it's only the 1st of November, you're not even gave this Stop November, No Deck December, No Deck November, I'll get it right in a minute, a chance yet. And then I was having a think, and I was thinking to myself, all those years that when I first started doing tarot and oracles, I worked with one tarot deck and no oracles at all. I'd done that for years and years, only the Rider-Waite deck. Then I gradually got 2 more tarot decks and a few oracles. But these last few months, I've been buying way too many decks, which it doesn't matter because, as I said before, I'm not one who spends money on anything else. I packed up smoking 3 years ago. I'm not a big drinker. I don't eat out or anything like that, and as you can see, I'm not into fashion or anything like that. So that's what I like to spend my money on. So I don't see that as a problem. But the thing is, when you buy so many decks all in one kind of hit, and you get 2 or 3 come together, you take a look and you're like, oh yeah, that's good, yeah, and shuffling, having a few things with it, and then you put it on the shelf, and then you go on to your next new one, and then you go on to your next new one, and then your next new one, and before you know it, you've got all these decks sitting there, what you've not actually really worked that much with or got to connect with them that much. So I was like, instead of diving in and buying another deck on the first day of November, get to know the decks that I've been buying that I haven't really spent too much time getting to know and working with. To give you an example, about 2 months ago I ordered a couple of shaman decks, the Magical Shaman Oracle and what was the other one? Can't see what that is, but I ordered 2 or 3 all at once. Now this one, that one, the Celtic Shamanic Shaman's Pack, came at the same time as these other 2, and I opened this up, started reading the book, and then I've done nothing with it. I'll show you. Just take the lid off. Oh, this is a John Matthews, cards illustrated by Cheska Potter. Oh, the box is quite stiff. As you can see, the box is that stiff. It's like, there we go. I started reading the book. Oh, but look, like I say, you can see that it's not hardly been touched. I started reading, I think I got to about there, where the cards were. So I started reading the book. Here's the cards. There's the cards. Still wrapped. You see that? Still wrapped with the plastic sleeve there. Haven't even opened them, haven't even sorted through them, I haven't even looked at them, and they've been sitting on my shelf. What a waste of money. So my idea was, instead of rushing off and saying no, I can't do this, no deck November, I'm going to give it a go, because I've got decks all over like this. Not quite as bad where I haven't even opened the cards, but there are decks that I've opened them and like, oh yeah, they're nice, yeah, they'll be nice to work with, and then put them aside. Or I've worked with them for a couple of days and then put them aside because the new deck's coming, I've moved on. Why? Do you know what I mean? That's crazy. Especially when you've got decks not even opened. Do you know what I mean? So that's a new deck to me. So I have got a new deck in November, it's just that I haven't had to buy it. And the other thing that I was thinking is, I have decks like this, Animal Spirit. I brought the World Unknown Animal Spirit. I brought it to go alongside the World Unknown Tarot deck, because I like to work with oracles and tarot together. And oh, I do love this deck. I do love the images. They are, you know, they are nice. And then, you know, they're lovely cards, and they do go together well with the tarot. But I have very limited knowledge of animal spirits, you know, and, you know, yeah, okay, you know, an owl is known for being wise and what have you. Fish, not a clue. A lion, you know, brave, courageous, yeah, I can get that. Raccoon, not a clue. Do you know what I mean? So I don't use it because I look at that animal and it stumps me. Yes, you've got a really good book. You know, you've got the good book. What does tell you all about the energies of that particular animal, but when you're doing a reading for somebody, it's not professional, you know, then to go and say, oh, wait a minute, I've got to go look that up in my book. Do you know what I mean? I like to know when it's in front of me without having to go look in books. Now, I saw that Shuffled Tarot had this deck, and she had the same problem. So what she did was, in the borders, instead of chopping the borders off, she actually wrote the keywords in the borders. So at the top she was writing the keywords, and then the other information that you need when you turn the card. So like because I think in here it's on each card it does say when in balance and when out of balance, and how you can bring it in balance. So this is what she did. She put the keywords, what it means when it's in balance, what it means when it's not in balance, and what you can do about it when it's not in balance. So I thought that was a really good idea, because then all the information that you need, along with your intuition, is there when you lay the card. So I know some people may think that's murdering the deck by actually writing on it, but that means I'll get use out of it. That means that I will actually pull it out and I will use it. And I'm sure I've got other oracles what are probably the same, that I could do much the same with it, so they do get more use. So that's what I've decided I'm going to do this November. I'm going to adapt what decks I need to adapt to make them usable for me, and connect with all these ones that are just sitting there not getting looked at even. And there's some decks that I've trimmed but never actually got round to edging, so I'm going to do those. And I've got family from Ireland coming too in November, so it's going to be a busy month anyway. And I'm going to try to get through November without actually buying a deck, because it'll help me for Christmas, because with as many children and grandchildren as I've got, I need all the money I can get to get all their gifts. So I'm going to give it a try. I'm not promising, because the chances are there's going to be a deck that, you know, and I'm going to be, oh, do you know what, I'm going to have it. I can't wait. And I'm a bit like that about the Bonfire Tarot. But then I think to myself, well, it wasn't even on your radar, so why rush out and get it? Work with the ones that you've got, and then if you still feel the same at the end of November, treat myself for Christmas for being so good during November. So that's what I'm going to do November. I'm going to try my hardest to keep to it, but I'm not going to promise. And I'd be interested to know if you're going to take part, or whether it's just like, no, not a chance, I'm just buying what I want when I want. Be interesting to know what people think. Thanks for watching. Bye.